Hello all, welcome back to a new episode of a TG School of Mathematics. I'm very happy to stand in front of you with a new lesson. Thank you very much for your support. I can see that many of you are watching my videos. So those who are watching my videos, please don't forget to subscribe. That is an inspiration for me to put another lessons. I hope you are getting some new ideas from my class, and if you are getting at least something from my classes, please like my channel. Don't forget to share and subscribe. Okay, thank you very much. Otherwise these lessons are completely free for you. You don't want to pay a single cents, so the only thing that you have to do is please subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you. Today we are going to discuss from the topic calculus, and this question is from November 2016, question number 8 and 9, 8, 9 and 10. Okay, so like always, what I said, please, before you watch these lessons, please download the question paper from the description box below, or join our WhatsApp group. There also you will get the questions. Okay, and today I'm not going to do this first principle and differentiation using rule. I hope that you already studied that in your school. Many of you friends, those who chat with me in WhatsApp, requested me to teach calculus application and cubic function and questions related to that one. So today I'm going to explain something from that cubic function, and there are some questions based on that one. Okay, so let's start with the question number 8.4. okay, straight I'm going to that cubic type questions. Question number 8.4, this is November 2016 question, November 2016, and question number 8.4. G of x is equal to minus 8x plus 20. So there is a function given, that is g of x, and that is equal to minus 8x plus 20. Is a tangent to f of x is equal to x cube plus ax square plus bx plus 18 at x is equal to 1. Calculate the value of a and b. You have to find the values of a and b. That is the question. So read that question once more. What is the question? There is a function given, and what is that function? Okay, before I go to this question, let me explain something from the theory part. Then we can do this question. Okay, you know, in grade 10 you studied how to find the gradient of a straight line. If you know 2 points, for example, let me say this point is x1 comma y1, and this point is b x2 comma y2. How can you find the gradient of this straight line? Gradient, we represented that m of ab, gradient of ab. We studied this in grade 10. Okay, what is the formula? y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. This is the formula that you studied to find the gradient of a straight line. Okay, now if it is a curve, like this, how can we find the gradient of that curve? If it is a curve like that, how can we find the gradient of the curve? Actually, what is the meaning of this gradient? Gradient means it is slope. Okay, so in this case, in the case of a curve, the slope is different at different points. Am I right? At this point, what is the slope? This is the slope. Am I right? But at this point, what is the slope or gradient? Gradient is the same as slope, or slope is the same as gradient. So it means that at this particular point, this is the slope, but at this point, this is the slope. That means gradient is different at different points in the case of a curve. Okay. So my question is, how can you find the gradient of this curve? How can you find the gradient of a curve? I want to find the gradient of a curve at this particular point. Okay. So since this one is a curve, there is an equation for that curve. Am I right? Either it is a quadratic equation or a cubic equation. Okay. So let me say that this is a cubic graph. Okay. This is a part of a cubic graph. Okay. So if this one is a cubic graph, of course there is a equation for that cubic graph. For example, f of x is equal to x cube plus 3x squared minus 5x plus 2. Whatever, I'm just giving an example. Okay. And what is my aim? Excuse me. What is my aim? I want to find the gradient of this curve at this particular point. Am I right? Okay. So now I know that if this one is a curve, there is an equation for that curve. Okay. Either it is a cubic equation or a quadratic equation, whatever may be. Okay. So to find the gradient of this curve at this particular point, what I am supposed to do is, if this one is a point, of course there is an x value and y value. Am I right? Okay. I'm just giving an example. At this point, the x value is 2 and y value is 3. Okay. So just assume that at this particular point, the x value is 2 and the y value is 3. Okay. So how can we find the gradient of this curve at this particular point? So this is the theorem, or this is how you want to do. First, you have to find the derivative of that equation. First, you have to find the derivative of that equation, and in that derivative, you have to substitute the x value. What you have to do? First, you have to find the derivative of that equation, and in this derivative, you have to substitute the x value. You will get a number, and that will be the gradient of this curve at this particular point. Okay. Let's try what is the gradient. Okay. So what I told you, first you have to find the derivative. What is the derivative of this one? F dash of x is equal to, I hope all of you know how to find the derivative. So I am going to write 3x squared plus 6x minus 5. This is the derivative of this equation. If you want to know more about this one, you can watch that video of other video of mine. Okay, there are so many questions we did like this. Okay, so now the derivative of this equation is f dash of x is equal to 3x squared plus 6x minus 5. Okay, so what I told you, first you find the derivative, and in that derivative you have to substitute the x value. In our example, what is the x value here? It is 2. Okay, so I am supposed to substitute the x value in this derivative. So can you see that I substitute the value of x as 2? Okay, so what is the one? 3 into 2 square plus 6 into 2 minus 5. So what is answer? 4 12 plus 6 times 2 12 minus 5. 24 minus 5, that means 19. So it means that in this case 19 is the gradient. Okay, so listen once more. What I want to find? I want to find the gradient of this curve at this particular point. Okay, so for that what must I do? First, I have to find the derivative of the given equation, or the equation of this curve. Okay, then in that derivative you have to substitute the x value of that point. So here when we substitute the x value, that means 2. What is the answer we got? 19, and that 19 is the gradient of this curve at this particular point. So what is the gradient of this curve at this particular point? That is 19. Do you understand? Okay, so along with that one, you have to understand one thing. I am going to draw a tangent passing through that point. I'm going to draw a tangent passing through this point. So look at this one. This is a tangent. You know, tangent is a straight line passing through this point. Okay, and you have to understand that the gradient of this tangent, this straight line, this tangent is also the same as this gradient. Do you understand? Okay, what I did, I draw a tangent passing through that same point. And what is the gradient of that tangent? Gradient of that tangent is the same as this gradient. Do you understand? So what is the gradient of this tangent? That is 19. Okay, so you studied two things. What is the first one? How to find the gradient of a curve at a particular point. How to find? First you find the derivative of the equation, then in that derivative you substitute the value of x at that particular point. Okay, what is the second one? The tangent of a curve passing through that point is the same as this gradient. Okay, so for example, now the question is like this. I want to find the gradient of this tangent, this red line. Okay, I want to find the gradient of this red line. The only thing that is given is this one. Equation of this curve I know, and at this point the values of x and y I know. How can I find the gradient of this tangent? I told you the method is the same. How can I find the gradient of this tangent? First I want to find the derivative. In that derivative I have to substitute the value of x as 2. And what's the answer you got? 19. And that is the gradient of this tangent at this particular point. So gradient of a tangent at a particular point is the same as gradient of the curve at that point. Is it clear? Okay, so that is the theory that you have to study before you do this question. Okay, so those who are not clear in this one, I hope all of you is clear now. Those who are not clear must watch it again, repeat watch that one and try to understand what is the meaning of this. Okay, then we can come back to this question. Okay, so let's come back to this question now. What is the question now? G of x is equal to minus 8x plus 20 is a tangent to f of x is equal to ax squared plus bx plus 18. So it means that there is a curve somewhere, okay, and there is a point here, and they are saying what is the equation of this curve? That is this one, f of x is equal to x cube plus a squared. Okay, and they are saying that there is a tangent g of x is equal to minus 8x plus 20, and that tangent is passing through the point x is equal to 1. We don't know what is the y value, but we don't want y value, am I right? Because we are going to substitute this x value, so doesn't matter we know this y value or not. Okay, so there is a tangent like this passing through that point. Which point? When the x value is 1. What is the question? If it is like that, what is the calculate the values of a and b. So look at the question once more. There is a curve with the equation x cube plus ax squared plus bx plus 18, and there is a tangent minus 8x plus 20 passing through this point. At this point, what is the x value? At x is equal to 1. Now what is the question? You have to find the values of this a and b. So how can we find that one? So I told you the gradient of this curve at this point is the same as gradient of this tangent at this point. Am I right? Okay, what is the equation of this tangent? Let me write it here. What is the equation of that tangent? Y is equal to minus 8x plus 20. Am I right? The equation of this tangent is given in the question minus 8x plus 20. So if it is minus 8x plus 20, what is the gradient? Of course, this minus 8 is the gradient. So it means that the gradient of this tangent, it is given, that is this minus 8. Is it clear? So on the other way, how can you find the gradient? You have to find the derivative of this curve, derivative of this equation, and in that equation you have to substitute the value of x as 1. Okay, so let's try to do like that, and we already know that the gradient is minus 8. Okay, so let's try to do like the method that we know. What is the equation? Let me write the equation once more. F of x is equal to x cube plus ax square plus bx plus 18. In this equation I have to find the derivative first. So what is the derivative? X cube, that is 3x squared plus ax squared. So it is 2ax plus bx. What is the derivative? B. And what is the derivative of the constant term? It is 0. And how can you find the derivative gradient of that tangent? First you find the derivative, and in that derivative you have to substitute the value of x. What is the value of x at that point? It is 1. Okay, so I'm going to substitute the value 3 into 1 square plus 2a into x, that is 1 plus b. So what is that one? F dash of 1 is equal to 3 into 1 square, 3 plus 2a into 1 is 2a plus b. Okay, so first I find the derivative, then I substitute the value of x as 1. And here what is the answer you are supposed to get? The gradient. Am I right? When you substitute the value of x at that point, you are supposed to get the gradient. Okay, so here what we got? 2a plus b plus 3, and that is the gradient. Am I right? So but in another way it is given that the gradient of this tangent, we know it is now, what is that one? Minus 8. So what we can say, that it implies that these 2a plus b, let me write in that order, otherwise it's the same thing. Okay, 2a plus b plus 3, that is the gradient. You are supposed to get the gradient here. Okay, and from the question we know that that is minus 8. Okay, so from here what is 2a plus b? 2a plus b is equal to minus 8. Take these 3 to the other side, so it is minus 3. So what is that one? 2a plus b is equal to minus 11. Let me call that as equation number 1. Okay, so first you find the first derivative, then in that derivative you substitute the value of x as 1, and what you are supposed to get here? You are supposed to get the gradient. But in the question we know that the gradient of the tangent is this minus 8. So it means that this 2a plus b plus 3 is the same as minus 8. So from there we got a 2a plus b is equal to minus 3. Okay, now but still we didn't get the value of a and b. Am I right? That is a question. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, let me draw that graph here. Let me erase that one also. Okay, so let me draw that graph once more here. This is the curve and this is that point, and there is a tangent passing through that point, and the equation is y is equal to minus 8x plus 20. Okay, now listen here. We know the equation of this curve. Am I right? In terms of a, okay, it's fine. But anyway, we know what is the equation of this curve. What is that one? X cube plus ax squared plus bx plus 18. Okay, Now, and also we know that the equation of this tangent, that is minus 8x plus 20. Okay, so what about at this particular point? What about at this particular point? The equation of the curve and the equation of the tangent are the same. Am I right? Okay, so what is the equation of the curve? Equation of the curve is x cube plus ax square plus bx plus 18. And what is the equation of the tangent? That is the same as minus 8x plus 20. Why I wrote it like that? Because at this particular point, equation of the curve and the equation of the tangent are the same thing. Okay, so at that particular point, what is the x value? At this particular point, what is the x value? It is given in the question, that is 1. Okay, so it means that here we can substitute the value of x as 1, because we are talking about that particular point. That is why we can write as this one is equal to this one. Okay, and also we know that at that particular point the value of x is 1. Okay, so I'm going to substitute here. So what is that one? 1 cube plus a into 1 square plus b into 1 plus 18 is equal to minus 8 into 1 plus 20. So what is this one? 1 cube is 1. 1 cube is 1 plus a into 1 square, that is a, plus b into 1 is b plus 18 is equal to minus 8 into 1 is minus 8 plus 20. So this 1 plus 18 is 19. So a plus b plus 19 is equal to, this one is 12. So now I am going to take this 19 to the other side. So what is that one? A plus b is equal to 12 minus 19, that is minus 7. Let me call that as equation number 2. So look at this one. Here we got an equation 2a plus b is equal to minus 11, and there is another equation. Okay, so now I am going to write it together, that two equation. 2a, what is our first equation? 2a plus b is equal to minus 11, and what is our second equation? A plus b is equal to minus 7. This is our first equation and this is the second equation. So you know what you are going to do now. This is a simultaneous equation. Okay, so here without doing much step, maybe some of you are thinking that from here we can find the value of b as minus 2a minus 11. Okay, I'm not going to do anything like that. It's too many steps, that one. Okay, what is the simple method? I'm going to subtract this. This is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. Equation number 1, what I'm going to do is equation number 1 minus equation number 2. Okay, equation number 1 minus equation number 2. So we have to subtract term by term. 2a minus a, that is a. Okay, what is b minus b? B minus b is 0. Am I right? Okay, so plus 0 is equal to minus 11. This one you must be careful. Minus 11 minus minus 7. It's like this. Minus 11 minus minus 7. So it is minus 11 plus 7. What is minus 11 plus 7? That is minus 4. So minus 4. So a plus 0 means a. Okay, so what we can write there? A is equal to, it implies that value of a is equal to minus 4. So we got the value of a now. Now what you have to find? You have to find the value of b. So what you can do? We can substitute this a in any one of these equation. So I'm going to take the second equation, that is a simple equation. Okay, so a plus b, that means minus. So if you want, we can write there. It is not compulsory, but just for you to understand, substitute in equation number 2. This is what I am going to do. Substitute in equation number 2. Okay. So what is that one? A plus b minus 4 plus b is equal to minus 7. So what is b from there? Minus 7. Take this minus 4 to the other side. So it is plus 4. So it is minus 3. So it means that the value of a is minus 4 and the value of b is minus 3. And that is the question. Okay. Okay, now let's go to question number 9. For a certain function f, the first derivative is given as f dash of x is equal to 3x squared plus 8x minus 3. So what is given? There is a function f, but in this question we don't know the function, or it is not given the function f. Okay, f of x we don't know. What is f of x? It is not given. Okay, but there is something else given. The first derivative is given as, that means after they derive this one, this f of x, whatever may be here, after they derive that one, the first derivative is given as 3x square plus 8x minus 3. So f of x is not given, but the first derivative is given as f dash of x is given as 3x square plus 8x minus 3. Okay, fine. What is the first question? 9.1. Calculate the x coordinate of the stationary points of f. Calculate the x coordinate. You know, when you write your exam, you have to read and try to understand sentence by sentence and try to understand what you want to find, what is given. Okay, what is the question? Calculate the x coordinates. That means you have to find the x coordinates. Okay, of what? Of the stationary points of f. So you know that f is a cubic function, am I right? Then f must be a cubic, then only when you differentiate that one you will get a quadratic equation. Okay, so there is a cubic function something like this. I'm just giving an example. Okay, there is a cubic function something like this given. Okay, and you have to find the x coordinate of the stationary point of this one. You have to find the x coordinate of the stationary point. So this is our f of x graph. Okay, so I don't know what is the shape of that graph because this is just a rough graph. Okay, just to explain. Okay, so which one is the stationary point here? Stationary point is the same as the turning point. So which one is the turning point? This is one stationary point, and this one is known as, this one is another stationary point. You can see that these 2 points are the turning points. Okay, so why it is called a stationary point? You know, when you are uphill, when you are going up on a hill, and the top point, that when you reach there, then you can't go up again. That is a stationary point. Okay, then after that you are going down again, am I right? Okay, so this point, this turning point is the same as stationary point. This is also a stationary point. This is the maximum turning point, this is the minimum turning point, this is the maximum stationary point, this is the minimum stationary point. Okay, it's the same thing. So what is the question? You have to find the x coordinate. You know, this is the x-axis. Assume that this one is the x-axis. Okay, and there is some y value here. Okay, you have to find what is the corresponding x value here and what is the corresponding x value here. That is the question. So now try to understand the question once more. Read the question. Calculate the x coordinates of the stationary points of f. That means you have to find the x value of this point and the x value of this point. That is what you want to find. Okay, so before we start doing this question, you have to understand some theory part. At these stationary points, this stationary point is the maximum point and minimum point. At maximum and minimum, what you studied in your class, at maximum and minimum, the first derivative is equal to 0. What is that? At maximum and minimum, the first derivative is equal to 0. So here you can see that this is the maximum point of this graph. Okay, so what is the first derivative? At that point, first derivative is equal to 0. You know, first derivative is f dash of x is equal to 0. So what about here? F dash of x, here also f dash of x is equal to 0 at these particular points. So that's all what we want for this question, but let me explain something more that you want to study. So in this graph, you know that this is our f of x graph. Okay, so don't think that how do I get this graph. Okay, I'm just this is a rough graph. Okay, I just want to explain something, that's all. Okay, so here I told you these 2 points, this point is a stationary point or the turning point. Okay, this is also stationary point. That means this is the maximum turning point and this is the minimum turning point, or this is the maximum stationary point and this is the minimum stationary point. Okay, so at maximum and minimum, first derivative is equal to 0. Here you can see that the first derivative is equal to 0, first derivative is equal to 0. Okay, now look at this one. Here the graph is increasing. Am I right? When the x value increases, what happened to the graph? F of x is increasing. Okay, up to which point? Up to this point. Then after that point, what happened to the graph? The graph is decreasing. Up to which point? Up to this point. Then after that, the graph is again increasing. Okay, so increasing, stationary point, turning point. Okay, then decreasing, again stationary point, then again increasing. Am I right? Okay, so you have to understand like this. When the graph f is increasing, first derivative, that means f dash of x is positive, that means greater than 0. When the graph is increasing, the first derivative is greater than 0. When the graph is decreasing, the first derivative, that means f dash of x, is negative or less than 0. Okay, again when the graph is increasing, first derivative is again it is greater than 0. So try to understand, when the original graph f is increasing, what happened to f dash of x? It is positive. Stationary point, turning point, 0. Again when the graph is decreasing, when the original graph is decreasing, first derivative is negative or less than 0. When the original graph is increasing, again it is first derivative greater than 0 or positive. Okay, now look at the question. Here it is given that in our question, this question that we are doing now, it is given that the first derivative is 3x squared plus 8x minus 3. Okay, and what you have to find, what is the question? Look at the question once more. Calculate the x coordinate of the stationary point of f. So x coordinate of the stationary point, you know, I already told you these points are known as stationary points. What is the question now? You have to find what are the x coordinates here. What is the x coordinate here? This point. Okay, you have to find what are the x values here, x values of the stationary point. What is the x value of this point? What is the x value of this point? Okay, so that is what you want to find. Okay, so for that, what I am going to do is, you know the theory now. At the stationary point, the first derivative is equal to 0. Okay, so I am going to write the theory now. Okay, at the stationary points, the first derivative is equal to 0. So do you know the first derivative in the question? Yes, it is given that 3x squared plus 8x minus 3 is the first derivative. At the stationary points, first derivative is equal to 0. Okay, so let me erase this one and So at stationary points, what is the first derivative? First derivative is equal to 0. In our question, what is the first derivative? 3x square plus 8x minus 3, and that is equal to 0. Okay, so now you have to factorize this one. What are the factors? 3x x is equal to 0. What are the factors, guys? Minus 1 plus 3. Am I right? Minus 1 into 3 minus 1. 3 times 9x minus x 8x. Okay, so factors 3x minus 1 and x plus 3. This one you have to study from in algebra topic. Okay, so what is the meaning of that? Either 3x minus 1 is equal to 0 or x plus 3 is equal to 0. If 3x minus 1 is equal to 0, what is 3x? Take this minus 1 to the other side, that is positive 1. So what is x? X is equal to 1 over 3. X plus 3 is equal to 0. So what is x? Take this 3 to the other side. So it is minus 3. So now we got the x values of the stationary points. So listen once more. We studied that at stationary points the first derivative is equal to 0. In our question the first derivative is given. So we can say that at stationary points the first derivative is equal to 0. Then we factorize that one and we got the x values of the stationary points. Okay, so that is question number 9.1.